So, this has been a very long time coming, but I have finally finished my Animal Crossing island, and I am so excited to be showing you all my finished 5-star Animal Crossing island tour. So, Cherry Bay was initially my sister's island, but then I decided to transfer it onto my Switch because she was going to reset the island, and I decided to take it over and try and finish decorating it myself. And I pretty much changed up the whole entire island, but I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. So today I'm just going to show you my finished island, and I'm obsessed. So I'll start by showing you the island map. And as you can see, I've done a lot of different terraforming on this island. I got 3 character profiles, one being my sister Peach's profile because I couldn't reset that one. So I got Sherb, Agnes, Olivia, June, Moose, Chrissy, Cookie, Gonzo, Audie, and Marina. I wasn't particularly happy about having Moose on my island, but you know, what could I do? And I have the old museum, as in the one before the 2.0 update. This island is pre 2.0 update, so if I was to ever reset this island, I will never get this museum again because they got rid of it, and now you automatically get like the big and fancy one. So this museum literally doesn't even exist in the game anymore. So it's kind of exciting to have that, so I kept it on this island, so I didn't upgrade it or anything like that. So maybe on future islands I might think about, you know, upgrading my museum and collecting stuff, but that was not the aim for this island. So, as I previously mentioned, my sister is the resident representative of this island. I couldn't change that. So, every time I wanted to move a building, I would have to go from my profile to my sister's profile to move buildings, and it was kind of annoying. So, we've got the main entrance of the island, and then you've got several different paths that you can take. This is the more kind of tropical area of the island where we have Gonzo, and this is like the beach. It's not super decorated. I have some like cactus plants because I thought they'd blended in pretty well with the sand, because obviously they got sand at the bottom of them. I thought they looked pretty cute. Just put some windflowers on the ground and some like little custom designs. I didn't really decorate a lot of my beaches except for one, so I'm sorry about that. And then up here is Marinas House. Marinas House is completely revamped with the Happy Home Paradise DLC. If I can get up there with a ladder in a second, I'll show you. Actually, I don't need to, because, oh, and you can see a castle in the background. I put like a little castle ruin in the background, even though it doesn't look ruined, but I wanted it to look cute, okay? It's like an old castle, or the remains of it. But previously, when I toured this island, you couldn't get up to Marina's house without using a ladder. But now I did some more work on terraforming, and I've got it so that you can go from the museum to Marina's house, and you don't have to like, you know, use a ladder or anything. So I'll show you that in a second. So you can go from resident services up to the museum. And I decided to do it kind of staggered like this because I could not make it symmetrical in any other way, because the museum entrance is like 3 tiles long and the staircases are 2 tiles wide. So I couldn't make it symmetrical any other way. Here you can see the castle. There is actually only one way to access this beach, so it's kind of like a little secret beach, which is super cool. I'll show you that, of course, later, but here is Marina's house. Now, I want to actually fully show you Marina's house because I want to show you the inside. Is she in? She's inside. So I decorated the outside and the inside of Marina's house. Marina is, of course, on the peninsula of my island, and I don't normally do very much with the peninsulas on my island, but this time I tried to fully decorate it, and I love the way it turned out. So we're just going to go into her house so I can show you how I remodeled it. So this is Marina's house, and as you can see, it's a little bit cramped and crowded because I literally wanted her to have everything. You know, she's got a bed, she's got a kitchen, she's even got her own little bathroom, and I made it almost like a separate room. She's got a toilet, a shower. Excuse me? Now that I look again, I'm not sure if I really love my Cosmos shower. Excuse me, Marina, I fully decorated this house for you. I swear she says that every time I come in this house. This is not the first time she said that to me. I don't like the fact that she doesn't like how I decorated her house. Anyway, we'll ignore that. So I wanted her home to be a bit like a beach hut on the inside, which is why I've got lots of pink wooden walls and I've got some like fairy lights and everything. And I wanted it to feel very beachy. So she's got like the snow globe, well, it's not really snow, like a sea globe thing with like the shells and stuff on it, and she's got a lot of wooden furniture, and I'm just honestly obsessed with her house. I think it's really cute. It's kind of cramped, but she can get round to, you know, literally everything, and I think I used the space pretty well. I think I utilized it all pretty well. So this is Marina's house, and I absolutely love it. I think I did also decorate another two villagers' homes. I think it was June and Audie. So I'll show you their homes at some point during this video if they're in. But I think I've seen June out of her house. So I'm not sure that I can show you. But I did actually make over June's house in a video. So I could link the video if you want to see what the inside of her house looks like. I haven't changed it at all since then. So I love the terraforming around June's house with like all the pink and green flowers and the bamboo. I did a lot of terraforming in this area. It was probably like one of the first areas that I, you know, kind of heavily terraformed, and I was so proud of how it turned out. I didn't even have that many items when I started terraforming this area. I didn't really have anything in mind. I just kind of improvised. I just, you know, kind of winged it, and I really love how it turned out. But honestly, I feel like my best builds on this island, or just Animal Crossing in general, is when I don't necessarily have a theme. I just, you know, go for it. Here is probably one of my favourite areas on this island. I don't even have that many items, it's my flower garden. But first I'm going to take a little detour to show you how to get to my flower beach. Sorry, this is a voiceover, so I'm not entirely sure where my character's going. Oh, she's showing you the fact that the beach is, you know, not very well decorated. Anyway, if you go over the stepping stone, you get to my unofficial secret beach. Because you have Red's secret beach. I do not know what they're watching on this projector. You have Red's actual secret beach, but this beach you can only access by going over that stepping stone. And then you've got like this little castle ruin and everything. And I really like it. It's like a fun place to hang out. You've got hopscotch, you've got a picnic spot. It's just a nice little fun secret place to hang out. I think it's kind of cute. Up here is my house. I will show you the inside of my house at some point later. I will only show you my bedroom. All the other rooms in this house are not very well decorated. Ignore the fact that I have a pink tree here. It doesn't really go with the rest of it. I know. I should have thought about that a bit more. I put my island in cherry blossom season because it looks really cute. But you know, I didn't want cherry blossom trees everywhere on my island. I kind of wanted to pick and choose where they went. So if we go past my house, there's like a tiny little path. You get to the farm. I really like this farm. I think it's kind of cute. Ignore the fact that I don't have any peach trees. I never got peaches on this island. And we have another cherry blossom tree. So actually maybe the one behind doesn't look so bad. And there's a lot of fun terraforming. Here is another one of my characters' houses. I wouldn't even bother looking inside. It's probably not well decorated. But the outside kind of looks cute for a little farmhouse. And we got a little box customized to have cherries on it, because this is Cherry Bay, and I feel like, you know, cherries are like the main thing of this island. Like that, this island is known for its cherries. It's like a delicacy. So I feel like they have a very like booming cherry business, even though I don't have an actual cherry orchard on this island. And I have a patch of dirt which I didn't put anything in. Ignore that. I was supposed to put something there, like this little mushroom garden. I was supposed to make it into some kind of garden, but I just never did. And we'll just ignore that. But then we can go down this vine and it takes you to my little forest. I didn't pick up one of these tree branches. Oh no, I shared my dream address like this. I will be putting the dream address back on the screen again in a minute. I have a pumpkin patch here. I think it's adorable. I did this for Halloween and I just didn't get rid of it. But here is my little forest with lots of lily of the valley flowers. I've got another like little mini corn farm here. I have like a little farm building. There's lots of farm items on this island. You got Red Secret Beach. It's very kind of plainly decorated with some barrels and a suitcase. I didn't really try that hard. But I like the fact that we have a little path leading up to the secret beach. And we have like a little forest. And I think it's really cute. And then we have my pumpkin patch, which you saw briefly earlier. But I will show you a little bit more again. I really love this pumpkin patch. I did this for Halloween last year. I know this is technically like a Springcore island, but it is a Southern Hemisphere island. So my game thinks that it is nearly Halloween. So I can have a pumpkin patch, right? You know, it's a Southern Hemisphere Springcore island, so I can have pumpkins. Here is my flower meadow. It's my favourite area on the island. I used lots of different colours. Look at the teddy bear's picnic. It's just so cute. Lots of mushrooms and just... I was really experimenting with decorating. It's honestly one of my favourite areas. I keep saying that, but, you know, I really like this island a lot more than my previous island. I feel like I tried to decorate like almost every area that I possibly could. I think that's why it took me so long. I started decorating this island in like November or December of 2021, and here we are in July 2023, and I have finally finished this island. We have yet another forest. I never intended it on it being a forest, but we have another forest with a DIY workbench if you need to use it, another little farm area if you can call it that, a little bench where you can eat some food if you want. You've got like a stove or like a campfire to make your own food if you want to do that. Maybe bring some soup with you and heat it up, listen to music. It's a cute little area, just listen to the sound of the water. I feel like it's very relaxing. I like this area a lot. And then you can see that I used some shrubs, but they're not shrubs. They're actually umbrellas. I decided that it was a little bit difficult to get shrubs, so I used some umbrella custom designs that look like shrubs. And I placed them all around, and I was originally going to place them all around the water so that the villagers couldn't walk on this water custom design code, because it kind of breaks the immersion, like the idea that this is water. But then I decided it wouldn't look good, so I just didn't do it. So if I see my villagers walking on this water, we'll just ignore it. We have a little bridge to another picnic spot because I like picnic spots. Okay, they remind me of my childhood, okay? Don't question why I have so many on this island. Just enjoy them for what they are, alright? It's not my favourite area on the island, but I think it turned out pretty cute. This little natural bridge over here, I wanted this area to be quite natural, will take you to my wedding area. I'll show you that in a second because I absolutely love it. Here is my campsite. It's not the best area in the world, but it's just kind of off from this little forest, and I've separated it from this little beachside cafe. So it's kind of like a little secluded spot, but you know, you're not far away from the shops or the cafe if you need to, you know, get any food or necessities or anything like that, so it's kind of perfect. This is the cafe, the beachside, like outdoor cafe, like seating area. There's like a dessert case in that. It's kind of connected to Nook's Cranny, but also Audie's house. I feel like Audie is a pretty good chef and makes some lovely, like summery kind of desserts. I did actually decorate the inside of her house, so I will show you that in a second, but this is her little outdoor kitchen area. This is where she makes all her desserts for all her customers at this cafe, but now we're going to check out her house. So this is the inside of Audie's house. I feel like this house is a little bit less cluttered than Marina's. I decided that you don't need to have a toilet inside. You know, most villager houses don't have toilets inside. Where do they go to the toilet? Because they only have one room in their house, and a lot of them don't have bathrooms. So do your villagers take a bath? Do they go to sleep? Well, a lot of them do have beds in their houses. I don't know, but I like how it's decorated in there. But honestly though, where do your villagers go to the toilet? Maybe they just don't. Maybe they just don't take a bath as well. Maybe your villagers are just kind of smelly. That kind of ruins everything when you put that into perspective, you know? Nook's Cranny is kind of autumnal themed, Halloween themed, because it's a southern hemisphere island. But we've got some cherry jam outside of Nook's Cranny because, like I said, this island is well known for its cherries. This is like an official delicacy of this island, and I feel like maybe Audie makes cherry jam. She works with Timmy and Tommy to sell the cherry jam, and this is how the island makes most of its money. Oh my gosh, we can see Cookie on the beach enjoying a little snack. Got Able Sisters, it's very minimally decorated. I put some dresses outside to kind of showcase what kind of designs they make here. A little sewing machine. Up here is how we get to our neighborhood, which I will show you in a second. Look at Cookie! Look at her, I love her. This is the merry-go-round and the little plaza game, which I thought would be cute to have on the beach. I was initially going to have like a whole fairground, but I decided there just wasn't enough space. But oh my gosh, Cookie is my baby. She's so adorable. Ever since I first saw Cookie on New Leaf screenshots, I don't think I ever had Cookie in New Leaf, or did I? I can't remember, but I've always wanted Cookie in my game. And honestly, when I found her on a villager hunt, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Cookie. I just love her so much. But has anyone seen that kind of funny, infamous Reddit post about how somebody had Cookie, I think, was it in Wild World? And they used to speak to her every day. And then, for some reason, she, like, shared a letter that the player wrote to her or something. And then they were, like, offended and then decided that Cookie was their mortal enemy. Does anyone know the post that I mean? Every time I see Cookie, I think of that post and I laugh. I'm sorry to that Redditor, but I laugh every time I see that. And then up here we have my overgrown beaches. I tried to decorate these. I'm not really a huge fan of decorating beaches, but I got some glowing moss and some little flower paths, and that is about as much as I was prepared to do. And every time you can see like blank areas, I just fill them up with vegetables, because why not? Eat your vegetables, I guess. Oh my gosh, I sound like that vegan teacher. I do apologize for that. But anyway, here is Cookie's house at the beginning of the neighborhood. Yeah, she probably has the nicest area. I'm not at all biased because, you know, I love Cookie. But she has a cute little area on this island. And as you can see, more cherries because, you know, this island is called Cherry Bay. So I did want to stick with that as a theme. You go up the steps and here we are in my proper like little neighborhood area. We've got a community garden and here is Moose outside of Chrissy's house. You can see that there is like a pipe behind him. I use this pipe to travel from my neighborhood area to just behind my house. There's actually like another one behind my house, because my island's getting a little bit cluttered, so I just need a way to quickly, you know, teleport around. So that's what I use that one for. I tried to hide it, but I couldn't really, so it just doesn't really fit the theme. So I'm sorry about that. But we have some little flowers dotted around in custom design codes. I really love these stone custom design codes. I think they're absolutely adorable. With this island, I didn't really have a theme for flowers, but I did have lots of flowers just spreading everywhere on my island. And it was kind of getting out of control, and I had them on my beaches for ages. And then I just kind of worked with whatever flowers I had, to be honest. I was just kind of trying my best. So I think that's Agnes's house with all the pink outside. And then to the left of this house, of Agnes's house, we have Olivia's house. Now she is a snooty, so I gave her gold flowers and a money tree because she's snooty. So what better way to prove how rich she is than to literally display money outside of her house? And here is Moose's house. I did customize the outside of all of their houses, not the inside because I couldn't be bothered. So there's nothing to show you there. But I customized them so they all look like they belong together. And I kind of like how this neighborhood is set out. And then we have my Kidcore park that I built probably about 3 months ago. I believe this was in my last Animal Crossing video. I've kind of done the rest of this island off camera. So I do apologize about that. I just haven't really shown you the process of me completing this island. But I didn't really do like any specific builds as such. I was just kind of, you know, adding different items as and when I felt like it. So it was kind of a process, but not one that was interesting enough to make like a whole build video on. So I just kind of finished this island off camera. But if I do start another island again, which I do plan to, just not for a little bit because I feel a little bit burnt out after this island. But if I do start another island, I hope to make some more build videos. But now we're going to show you my wedding areas. So we have a wedding shop, which you can see from the Resident Services Plaza. And I absolutely love this wedding shop. So you go up this incline. And here is my wedding shop. I believe I made this around Valentine's Day last year. So this build is kind of old now, but it honestly still feels just like yesterday to me. I'm pretty sure actually at the time I was still in university. If you didn't know, I'm a university dropout. I know I'm kind of like a failure. Let's just ignore that, alright? Let's just pretend I didn't say that. But you know, I wasn't doing the right course for me or anything like that. But I was sat on the train and I think I was going from my home back to uni. And I started building both this wedding area, this wedding venue, which I absolutely love. I think it's so cute, which you can access from the entrance to the island, and the wedding shop. I was building all of this whilst I was on the train, and I absolutely loved doing that. But the only thing was I didn't have my computer and my capture card with me at the time. So I had to keep pressing the screen record button so that I could make it into a video. And that was kind of stressful, but that's basically what I did for this video as well, because I think that, yeah, this island is on my Switch Lite. I have an OLED and a Lite. I do tend to play on the Lite a lot more because I find it's just, you know, as in the name, it's a lot lighter. So I do play on the Lite a lot more, but obviously I can't record anything with my capture card, so I have to press the screenshot button all of the time, and that's kind of annoying. But that's my wedding area. We've got the kitchen, we've got the wedding reception area, we've got the actual area where you can get married. Imagine getting married at an area like this. Just like imagine going to a venue like this. Honestly, would that not be the dream? It's so beautiful and so gorgeous. If I do say so myself, I know I was the one that built this area. But I really love how it turned out. I would just love to get married on like a little beach / meadow like this. I don't think anywhere like that exists in real life, but it's nice in Animal Crossing. So that is all of the outside areas that I want to show you. Lastly, I will show you just one of the rooms inside my house. I can't show you any of the other rooms in my house because they're just not good enough. But this is my bedroom, and I also did this for a video, and I really love how it turned out. It's kind of Kidcore themed because there's a lot of like toys in here, and I think it just looks really adorable and pastel. So that was my entire island. I cannot believe that finally this island is finished. It's honestly like the end of an era, to be honest. It feels kind of scary to me that I'm going to move on from this island, because now that I've finished it, I don't think I will go back and, you know, pull down any of my builds. I'm pretty sure it would just destroy my soul to do that. So I think I'll keep this island for a little bit. I don't think I'm ready to reset it yet, but I probably will never play on it ever again. I have uploaded my dream address now, so if you want to check out my island for yourselves, you can by typing in my dream address, which I will show you. The good thing about having a dream address is that when you reset your island, you can type in this dream address and you can see your island exactly how it was whenever you like. So that's really cute, I guess. So I will probably do that to relive the memories, you know. So that is my finished Springcore / Kidcore / I don't know, multi-theme island. Cherry Bay is finally finished. And I'm really proud of this island, so if you've got this far, if you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it because I spent a long time on this island, a lot of time on this island, and I cannot wait to, you know, start a new island whenever that will be. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you enjoy my island just as much as I do, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone!